So, first off then, Mr. Burling's capitalism versus the inspector's socialism. We have these two ideologies kind of creating friction in the play. So there's a clash between Mr. Burling's capitalist view, which is basically money, 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 and don't really care about anybody else apart from yourself, and the inspector's socialist ideals, which were, as we know, all about collective responsibility and sharing the wealth. And it symbolises the tension between 1912 values, which are very capitalist, and 1945 post-war ideals when Priestley was actually writing. And in that period after the Second World War, there was a massive desire for social change. People did not want to go back to the horrors of kind of, runaway, rampant capitalism, and they wanted to lead a better life with things like the NHS and the welfare state. So there's a big ideological conflict between the two there, and that would be really good for you to do a bit of independent research on. Then we have women's roles and gender inequality. So Eva Smith's treatment reflects the gender inequality of 1912 because she's a woman and she's working class, so she gets discriminated in two ways basically. And women in that period had very limited opportunities, and it highlights Priestley's message for social reform. He wants a more gender equal society, and a society in which characters like Eva Smith don't have to suffer under the yoke of patriarchy, basically. So that's a very, very big kind of contextual point. Also, the generational divide and class divisions. So let's just talk about that for a minute. So Sheila and Eric's responses, so those are obviously the younger generation, those are the children of Mr. and Mrs. Burling. Their responses to Eva Smith offer a bit more hope for an equal society, because the older generation, Mr. and Mrs. Burling, they don't want to change, they just want to keep capitalism in place and keep inequality going. But Sheila and Eric don't. They actually have a bit of a kind of an epiphany, and they kind of have what Marxists would call a moment of class consciousness. They become aware of the social class system and the need to change it. So there's a real generational divide